What's up, everyone? It's Willette with Urbex and Coasters, and today I am at Mystery Spot in Santa Cruz. Now, this has been something that has fascinated me for a while, but, today we're actually going to take a look at it. And, I feel like this place could have some significance with the gravity anomalies here. I want to see it. So we're gonna go take a look. So, as you can see, it is on a giant hill. This is before my tour. In reality, this is like an hour before my tour that I am filming this. But here is, you can see it's among the redwoods. Sort of reminds me of Enchanted Forest in Oregon. A little bit, actually, just looking at the setting. So on the nature side of things, we have this. We've also got some old school coin operated rides, like what you would have seen at Kmart back in the day, sort of thing. Also, hey, the way this horse is constructed, it reminds me more of a derby racer than it does of a carousel. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, the derby racers are a faster version of the carousel where the horses are literally galloping. It feels like a horse race, as opposed to the carousel where it's a little slower. So, thus, you need more support on a derby racer than you do for a carousel, as you can see with the two supports going into the machine for that horse. Look, now that pennies are retired, these souvenir pennies, it's operated with bills. It's like they have pennies pre-put in there. I wonder if they're gonna start manufacturing pennies specifically for this, if the company that makes these machines is going to come up with some alternative to pennies now that pennies are no longer made. Okay, so here is a history blurb about the Mystery Spot. I'll let you pause and read.
Inside of the board is the highest point. Show of hands. You do? Who thinks it's completely flat and level? Who thinks that that side is the highest point?
No, we've seen this trick before.
Oh. Now, who didn't vote? Yeah, typical Americans, right? So, I'm going to bring out my handy-dandy pool ball.
A mystery ball.
And I'm going to grab my level. And I'm going to place it on here like so. Now, can somebody tell me where that bubble is? Center. Perfect, thank you very much. Meaning that it is completely flat and level. Now, if I place my pool ball on here, what should happen? Do you think that's going to happen?
No. Ooh. This is... Ooh. Ah.
Some people think the board's rigged. Maybe a V-shaped notch, maybe a slight slant in the board. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it around. Place it back in here like so. And now, going to do it once again. Now, some people, I think the ball's rigged. Maybe a magnet, maybe a motor, maybe a hamster named Sprinkles. Well, Sprinkles is no longer with us. So, I'm going to bring out another tool that is impossible to rig. Does anybody have any guesses?
Chapstick. A screwdriver.
It is a bottle of water. What? I'm going to grab this water. Place it in here like so. And it magically turns into vodka. I'm kidding, it was vodka the whole time.
Be careful.
हाँ देखते हैं जितना कितना कमा क्योंकि एक पिक्चर से दंड करते हैं
All right, let's try.
बाबा तो देख रहा था पुणे को आया है ब्रेक का पुणे ब्रेक का आ गया है
Okay. So, yeah, let's see that for the demonstration. So this is going to be our starting point. I'll make sure that you guys see that.
making video
Oh,
make sure कि
you can see that from the starting point it is swinging higher on this side. So definitely mysterious. Looking at that pendulum at the top, it is possible that the top is slightly rigged with friction, but not to the extent that you see it swinging more that way.
Is that up above us there is a crack in the ozone layer causing light to come down and refract in different ways, causing an optical illusion. Now my third theory for you guys are starting to get better. Can I have you? Perfect, thank you. Is that deep down below us, there is a fault line, and it is releasing hallucinogenic gases, causing us all to go on a group trip for the past 44 minutes. It's pretty good for Santa Cruz, right? $10? Yeah. Oh yeah. Now my fourth and favorite theory. I need you guys to rub your hands together for me for this one. Rub those hands together, keep rubbing them. Yeah. A long time ago. Thousands of years ago. Keep rubbing them. Aliens crash landed in this hillside, and they couldn't repair their engine to get home. Keep rubbing your hands together. So what did they do? They built a weird, funky looking cabin. They put on weird, ugly, disgusting tour guide uniforms. They disguise themselves as humans. They build a tourist trap. They made people ooh and ah at a piece of wood. They made people make strange animal noises. And finally rub their hands together for absolutely no reason. Thank you guys for coming to the Mystery Spot. If you liked the tour, my name was Theo. If you didn't like the tour and wish to write a bad review, my name was Cameron. Now,
so ultimately, my review of the Mystery Spot is that I'm much more convinced by this place than I am by Marvel Cave at Silver Dollar City or Laurel Caverns in Pennsylvania that have some visual tricks like that, or Confusion Hill at Idlewild also has a bunch of visual tricks like that. I'm much more convinced by this place having something special to it because, you know, they use levels. They use levels to show that, you know, it is actually rolling in a way that you would suggest that gravity would suggest it shouldn't be. So it's like I mean, it's not really possible to rig a level. So, you saw some of the tools here. Like, you saw me try the pendulum, where I put my hand where the bottom of the pendulum should be. I don't think it's just visual tricks with the hill, and the hill being steep, because, you know, that was my initial theory coming in, but, like, I'm an official believer that there is something going on here. On the other side of the Mystery Spot property, there is a hiking trail. So, let's do it. And oh look, we've got a fairy of redwood trees. A fairy ring of redwood trees. Here. Rings of fae, made up of redwood trees, surround the mother stump needlessly, cut by humans. Rings of fae, made up of redwood trees, will fuse together in majestic size, emerging from a great ring of fae. A girl to teach how to respect the realm of the fae, and all she asked was that her great realm not be disturbed by trash or industry. That is what's going on here, everyone. So, this, before it was called Mystery Spot, was a logging company. So the logging company was cutting down all the redwood trees, and then the redwood trees, they are very resilient. They sent up fairy rings around them of new shoots, new redwood trees to form a fairy ring around the redwoods. But the damage had been done because the old growth trees were cut. So the children of the redwoods started emerging to protect the redwoods, and this is the birthplace of the redwood fairies, the children of the redwoods. Here's another look at that fairy ring, at one of those fairy rings I've been telling you about. This does it pretty perfectly, actually.